Welcome, Monday morning. I feel like I've been working ever since I ended the last stream last week. SmartHelping.com here. We're doing live financial modeling, flat fee lending model, 10-year. This one's going to be a fun one. One of my most popular live streams was when I very first started. I did a three-statement model for a general, like a lending business, and people like it. I think probably because it's challenging, it's difficult. Uh, so we're going to add an income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement to this model. We're going to add a cap table. We're going to do a capex thing with depreciation as well. That's probably not going to be super relevant, but we're going to give it all the new statements. Let's go ahead and send out the link to old Twitter here. Send out the link to old Twitter. Looks like the sound's working. Okay, now I know last week I said I was going to work on, what did I say? I said a different one. I'm just, I might actually do two this week because I'm really anxious to get these things done. I really want to finish all these integrations. Um, oh no, I did say the flat fee lending model. I thought I mentioned a different one as well. Well, I'm gonna get this one done. E-commerce. E-commerce was what I was gonna do. But I'm going to do the flat fee lending model because I got clients that actually want it right now, so I got to do that prioritized. Then I'll do the e-commerce. Then I've got vending machines, bike shop, but I think I want to get this one done, the e-commerce one and the vending machines, and then after that, I'll probably start doing new ones and switch off and on. Uh, so the one we're doing today is part of the lending financial model bundle. Uh, it's right here, flat fee lending business. So I'll be upgrading this one today and tomorrow and probably Wednesday. It's a really nice model. If you're doing loans where you're just charging essentially a one-time fee, you're not charging a regular principal and interest schedule. And then this does have the option to, you can assume that you're using leverage to be able to fund the loans that are being borrowed. So you're basically a middleman between borrowing money and lending it out and making a margin on the difference. And you can define if you want the principal to be evenly repaid over the period and the fee, or if you want the fee and the principal to all be paid back at the very end of the term, whatever the term is. And you could do, up to four loan types. In each type, you can determine the average term, flat fee rate, and average weighted loan amount and loans settled per month um, in each of the 10 years. There's also a default rate that applies to all the loans. So yeah, there's going to be some fun stuff in here as far as the accounting side of it goes. That's what we'll be doing today. Um, don't forget, check out more financial models at smarthelping.com, financial models tab at the top. You can buy everything on the site for $9.99 or check out each individual template by category. There's category bundles as well, or you can just buy them individually. Okay, so let's jump into this, man. I don't know. It's Monday morning. I'm dragging a little bit here. I don't know why. I think I'm just burnt out. I've been doing some other work, just that I normally don't do with trying to set up ads for the website and stuff. So it's just been a lot. Um, I've also let's talk about quickly last week. So last week I ended up we upgraded the golf course model, which went very smoothly. So this one we got a full upgrade on that, and then I also did a great upgrade to the multifamily real estate acquisition model up to four properties now instead of one. I also changed a lot of the formatting, and this thing, it was really cool before. Now it's just outstanding for underwriting real estate acquisition investments and just doing general analysis on acquisitions. So this model is really cool. Alrighty, let's get into it here. Um, so first things first, I mean, there's just going to be a lot of work here in general because there's going to be, lending is always a little bit different. Let's look at the original general lending template I did. is it? Here it is. So this is the first actual build I put a three-statement model into as a template, and it was a really hard one. Yeah. So let's just look at this. Oh, actually, I believe for a client, I did I've already done it once for a client where they wanted the flat fee and they wanted a three-statement model. I wonder if I can find that. That would be a really good one to start with. Let me just type a flat fee. It might have been this one. Where did I go? Here. Yeah, I believe. Let's see. Okay, this would be really good to work from something that's already built. So, oh no, this is general lending. No, it's not that one. I believe I did a flat fee build for a client and they wanted a three-statement model in it. It's not this. Why did I label this flat fee lending and it's not? Let me open this one. Oh, I remember. I converted the old one into this one, but there was no three-statement model, I don't believe. It's odd though. I thought I had done a three-statement integration. Well, okay. I guess not. So let's see if we can use this. So receivable is obviously going to be a main one. This is going to be, I guess this is all we really need is this logic and this logic. I don't really need any of this stuff though. You know what? Here, let me close this out. So what is this, a 10-year? Let's just get a regular 10-year three-statement model off of one of these that I've got and work from that. Um, we'll just have to add some line items on the balance sheet. Let's see, what's a good 10-year one? Probably the ATM business, ATM machines. That 10-year, that's 10-year. It's got just all, it's not really super modified. Yeah, I think we just work from this. Okay, so first of all, let's update the tab names because we've got to import all this logic. So this has got to be called global control. This has got to be called distributions 1. This is fine. This is just general. Oh, these will not be needed. Okay. Now we add, so we're going to add terminal value. Now on this, terminal value is going to be a little bit different. Usually the valuation is just you're selling your receivables. Because that's how the business is going to make money in the future. So you're basically selling your receivables for some multiple. And it could be less than or greater than one. So that's fine, but we'll put terminal value. It's just going to be a little bit different than a normal terminal value. Okay, so that. have CapEx, cap table, income statement, monthly and annual, balance sheet. There's a lot of logic going on. These lending models are always complex. It's always hard. Anything to do with lending is just it's always a challenge, but it's cool to get it right. Okay, let's start filling these out. So we got CapEx, cap table, terminal value, and then CapEx. What else am I missing? Startup costs. Now this is not going to assume a regular debt schedule like I normally do. Instead, it uses either you can pick yes or no on if you want to use leverage to fund the loans that you're letting people, you're originating. So if you look at the cash flow down here, we've got draw on the facility, and then there's interest rate you have to pay, and then you're using these drawn funds to disperse loans, the flat fee loans, and then you're collecting fees in principal over time, or if it's paid at the end, if we hit yes here, you can see now look, the repayments start at the end of each term, whatever that might be. So we'll put this back to no for now. There's just a lot of stuff going on here. But yeah, we don't need a traditional debt schedule tab. This is just automatically is formatted to pull any cash flow, any negative cash flows from lending activities. And then if you want to kind of always be reinvesting, you just want to keep your cash flow in each period as close to zero as possible by updating the assumptions in like how much you're originating over time. And if you keep, that means you're reinvesting the fees you're earning and everything else. And that's what almost every single client I've worked with that uses this, that has done this will want to do the reinvestments of cash because there's no reason to keep cash. You just want to keep investing in more loans. Okay, so that's fine. So we got CapEx. Okay, then we want so income statement monthly, income statement annual, balance sheet monthly. And on the balance sheet, I'm gonna do a video on why balance sheets are so awesome. And I'm like they really are cool, and it's like the ultimate sanity check. And the reason, and because they are so extensive, they're always hard, but they are hard for a reason. It makes sure that you're correct, your numbers are making sense. I'll put these up at the front. I did put scaling logic for like customer service reps and sales reps, which depending on the size of your operation, if you're going to be really, really big or plan to, you're going to want to scale your reps based on the volume of loans that are being settled and amount of customers. So you can define those salaries and ratios on the sales rep and CS tabs. Let's change the color of these. Alrighty, I believe we have everything. Oh wait, validation. Need to put a 1 on this. And oh, we got some logic going on here actually. Okay, so that's fine. It looks like it's based on a loan term. It's doing percentages here. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So Now to import, we obviously know these can't be overwritten. Uh, terminal value. So yeah, this is the value of loan receivable. I kind of want to keep this. So really, when we import, we want to make the tax rates be in the right position, 33, 34. Uh, this is not going to be relevant. This will be, uh, this is not relevant. This is the most relevant, so we want to make sure these are in the same position. So when we import this, let's see. So some things are definitely going to be breaking, but that's okay. I need for sure this to be in the same position. So B2 to 10. Ugh, my throat's dry and scratchy for some reason. Ugh. So B2 to 10. Okay, that looks fine. We can overwrite that. Let's move all these over. Ugh. Okay. Oh shoot. What happened here? See, I don't know what broke. It's probably something to do with this top section. Okay, so that's okay. We can clear this out. This stuff needs to be. Let me just make sure. Let's see. Where are we referencing C25 at? All right. So somewhere in here it looks like. Okay. Not in the matrix tabs. So this has to be flowing in a way that affects. We can clear these out. This 68. D856. So let me look at 856. Oh my goodness, my throat's really scratchy. Repayment. Here we go. So C20. Okay, this is what I want to see. So global control C25. So that's still intact. Okay, perfect. Now let's make a room. Let's just move all this down. Call this flat fee. Now we don't need this. I guess we could just take this structure. So this has to start in 17 to 34. Okay, so we need to move down more. So it's B17. Trust me, this is a lot easier than manually building all the calculations over again. I just got to make sure the positions are correct. Okay, so then we get that, and then we'll put in our sanity checks. Oh, we'll probably have to redo those because 38 is right where this is. But those don't take long. All right. I think we're in business here. So this, let me see, what did I do? Let me save this as V2. Okay, what did I do on, hopefully I didn't save this before I updated that. No. So I did exit just based on the assets. So let's keep this. Oh wait, it is there. I didn't remove it. So that's fine. So we're not using any of this. Now, did I have an option? No, it just automatically. So whatever the exit month is, so if I put NA here, let me see. Okay, so this automatically zeroes out. Okay, good. So what I want to do is we'll keep this include terminal value, yes or no. So whenever the end month is, you can either choose to show an exit or just continuing operations. Let's make sure. So now this is in C33. Okay, good. So that's updated. Perfect. I just want to make sure I'm not breaking the formulas. So we have global control looking good. I don't think I broke anything too detrimental. Let's now get into the rest of these tabs. Wait, what is this? Is the old one. I don't think I'll need that again. All right, so cap table, this is be pretty straightforward. And this is just going to basically say if any of the equity requirements, which equity requirements could come from burn, it could come in case you're not using leverage, in case you're using investor money to disperse these loans, then you're going to want to show how much you're raising and what the valuation and share of the company is that you're giving away to these investors and all that. Okay. Now CapEx for this, for like, I mean, it's like not super relevant because it's relevant if you're going to have your own building that you're buying. You'll have depreciation with that and some CapEx or some cash outflow. But in terms of actual depreciable items, I mean, it's like what, company cars, nothing essential to run the business, but who knows? There could be some, specific situations where you might need to schedule So we're going to add it in here. So we will have to modify a little because this was built for the ATM. Oh, wait. Oh, but it stopped at 30. Shoot. All right, we're going to clear this out and hide these rows because there's going to be logic that is referencing these specific cells, and I don't want to change that right now. These will all be adjusted to be editable. And I believe the rest of this will work correctly as it is. Let's hope. Because we've had some fun trying to get the CapEx schedule working correctly in the past. Now, terminal value we don't really need, but I'm just going to put it in here just so we have the reference in the tab name. We might not use it in the end, but that's fine. Startup costs for this type of business is mostly going to be legal fees, accounting fees, setup fees, maybe website setup, development. And then let's add the financial statements. So income statement, monthly and annual. And then what I'm going to do is a simple find and replace once this logic is all in here. And then all the financial statements will at least be linked together, right? And then I'm gonna have to go through. Usually day 2, I'll go through that and try to get everything working and the formulas fit to the imported or the import or the template that's being updated. Yeah, I don't know why my throat is itchy and scratchy right now. It feels horrible. Get this in here. Okay. And I believe that's all we have to import because this has its own distributions, executive summary. Okay, yeah. Well, here's a moment of truth. Let's try to do our find and replace and see what happens. So we want to replace anything that references the ATM business workbook. We want to replace that with blank across the whole workbook. It didn't work. I really didn't expect it to first try. So let's go through and see where we got caught up. Probably on the CapEx like always. Yep. So what do we not have here? Terminal value. Well, terminal value is right here. Was it something on here? Maybe the cap table, global control. Nope. So some way, somewhere, there's a reference. Ah, here, revenues. I don't have a revenue tab, so what? That's fine. Let me undo this. Go back to that CapEx schedule. So here, We don't care about the revenue, we just want the values. All right, let's try again. Nope, still didn't work. Okay, let's see. Where did we get caught up this time? So this all went through, so we got further. Cap table. We're basically looking for a reference error. Probably somewhere on the financial statements, it looks like. Yep. So where did we get stuck? Right there, monthly detail. That's good. Ah, did I find it? Wait. No, that's got a reference. Here we go. So this is where it stopped working. Debt schedule. Do we not have a debt schedule, which would make sense? No, we don't. Okay, so let's undo. Trust me, this undoing and whatever redoing, it is definitely easier than rebuilding all the financial statements from scratch, so it's fine. It just takes us a couple minutes here. So what I have to do is just add a tab called debt schedule. And all that does is make sure that when I do the import or find and replace, nothing gets stopped up. And we can delete this after. Okay, so here we go. Find and replace. One more time. Looks like it's working. Nice. 82,000 replacements. Okay. So let's save that. And now we have a fully updated entire workbook that's now not referencing anything from any other workbooks. We can double check that by going to find, and we want to search for .xls. As long as there's nothing there, okay, good. So we've got all our references good. We no longer need this. And now it's time to integrate. So again, we can delete the flat fee, or I mean the debt schedule tab. No problem. Let's do some formatting. So this original has pretty much all the formatting I want, except for the light grid lines. So we'll put in that. Whoops. Pretty light touch formatting updates here, nothing huge. You can hold control and click down to highlight a bunch of stuff at once if you want. And then if you want to unclick, we can go unclick. So now we can select all that at once, and now it has all the nice borders. Let's get all our cost schedules here. Okay, that's good. Cap table, we formatted that. Fine. Terminal value, we'll remove our grid lines or extend this. This will be heavily modified. All right, these are the biggest ones. So let's freeze panels, widen this out, column width to 15. Oh no, whoops, that was not good. Column width 15. Let's update the validation tab with the new start month position. Okay, freeze. Balance sheet. Yeah, I can already tell this is going to be very difficult to get to balance with all the different things we've got going on here. This will be a tough one to complete, but it's worth it. I mean, paying customers ready to get it, and they want that three statement model, so we're gonna do it. All right, so we've got everything formatted. Let's try to see what's broken here. So probably references to the end month, which was, so global control D6 needs to be changed to, oh wait, oh, it needs to be changed from D to C. Let's do the whole tab, replace all. So I want to replace anything that says global control D6 with C6 just on this sheet. So that's going to adjust the, there we go. So what that does is adjust the lot or the position where it's trying to figure out when the end month is. So if we were to say, well, let's give this a validation drop down first of all. So if we were to say ends November 2030 instead of 23rd, December 2030, then all this should stop. Now, why is, what's going on with type 2 and 4? Oh wait, type 2. What's going on with this? It just stopped. So, and all I'm trying to do is figure out what's probably broken here. It looks like these are fine, but this, I see. So you can see here, the reference is global control and then locked C6, and then here it's locked only on the D, which is fine. The formula still works, but but I only replaced if it was locked on both, so I actually have to now do the other one. So we want to replace lock D, no lock on the 6 with global control C6. Okay, so now that's got all of that. Looking good. Okay, now it's looking like I expected. Let's just make sure all the rest of these are working right. Looks good. What happened here? Index cost. So sorry, I'm getting a bite to eat. Let's see. These are probably zero because they're just zeroed out on the cost section, I'm assuming. Yeah. So if I were to put a 1% in here, well, it's too. Hold on, let me put a bigger number in. Let's put 1% across the board. I should see a number here. What is this? Steve 120 on the cost tab. Let's just, oh, it's my, what's my start year? 2021. Okay, so that's working. Let's just say all this starts in 2021. Oh, put some numbers in here, some numbers in here. So this was, this actually, these percentages showed up on a different spot. So yeah, now we have these cost of goods sold, which is what I just filled in per loan amount. There's other costs of goods sold, which I put in here. So these were the percentages I was suggesting. This section was related to these. And then these were the cost of goods sold per loan amount, which was up here. So good to know. This is all working fine. Global Control C6, so these all got updated. Head counts are zeroed out on purpose. All right, so I think we're pretty good here. There's obviously some. We can update this. Might as well while we're on here. So investors percentage is going to be this. Notice it's just the inverse. And then this will come from the cap table, but this is an end step calculation. We don't need to worry about this right now. We also don't need any debt funding like this. We've got our other stuff going on here. So let's see if this is working again. So I put yes, so it is. So let's put no here and see if it is evenly spread out. Perfect. Okay, so that's working. All right, so all the complex logic looks like it's intact now. So taxes will be defined elsewhere, so we don't need this or this. This will be a new calculation that we do. Let's update the annual as well. And yeah, we'll have our own calculations for that. Alrighty, we're looking pretty good here. So it's a good stopping point. We got everything formatted. Any major thing that broke is fixed. Tomorrow, what I will then do is we will look at getting the income statement matched up with the monthly detail and the relevant items so I can actually start making these balance. We'll figure out what's going on with the CapEx, get that going, do all our drop down menu updates where we need to, mainly for this. And then we'll start figuring out how we want to format the terminal value and just trying to make this formatting for the flat fee fit um, so the financial statements will always be correct and updated if you change the assumptions around. So that's going to be the hardest part. But yeah, I'll look to finish this hopefully by Wednesday, and if I'm feeling a lot of energy after that, I will try and get into another probably the vending machine, or no, sorry, not the vending machine, the e-commerce model. If I can get that one done this week as well, I'll be really happy. And then next week we can do bike shop, um, vending machine, and after that it'll be brand new templates. And I might switch off and on between doing brand new ones and then upgrades because I've only got a couple left after this to do. And we've been doing this for 6 straight months now. So I am definitely ready to start building new stuff. Alrighty, well that's all I got for you. Again, don't forget to check out smarthelping.com where I've got financial models and tools for all different kinds of industries, startup models. Um, Again, you could buy everything I've ever built for $9.99, or you can shop by category or individual here. And I do offer 2-hour consultation services for any purchase template if you want help getting your own your own assumptions into the templates and just basically a walkthrough and explanation. So that's good for up to 2 hours of paid time. Alrighty. Hopefully tomorrow I'll also be more awake. I just feel like sleepy right now. I don't know why.